Hello and welcome to this Game Pit Stop for Legendary Venom, an expansion to Legendary, a Marvel deck building game. We have got 5 new heroes for you to enjoy. We've got Venom themselves, obviously. Now they're based around digestion and indigestion. When you digest, there's a certain figure. If you have that number of cards in your victory pile, you get to take the action. In this case, if you've got 3 cards in your victory pile, you get +2 to fight with. Indigestion is the opposite, and if you don't have those 3 cards in your victory pile, this will give you more stars to buy with. If you match it up with an instincts card, you're going to get to do both, and obviously that's going to help you buy at the beginning of the game and then start to fight as you get more cards in that victory pile. Another card from Venom is Symbiotic Adaptation, and in this case you can choose whether you want to get extra stars or extra fights depending upon what other cards you've played this turn. The next hero we're going to look at is Carnage with Rending Claws. It's excessive violence, which came in the Deadpool expansion, meaning if you do 1 extra damage when you're doing a fight, you get to take all your excessive violence powers. In this case, it's draw a card. And for the main one, Feast or Famine for Carnage, for excessive violence, you get to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it costs 0, you get to KO it, so that will let you thin out those rubbish cards. Next ones, we've got Venomized versions of other heroes. In this case, it's Venom Rocket, Rocket Raccoon. Spring the Trap lets them react to any villains that have got ambush powers with them. Serious Overkill from Venom Rocket here, again, has got excessive violence, similar to Carnage. In this case, you can KO a card from your hand or discard pile. We've got Venomized Doctor Strange, who uses the same digest as Venom does up there to let you draw cards. Or in this case, with the Crystal of Cadavus, their main one, you look through and these are all Venomverse heroes you can see from their team affiliation. And if you've got 2 of those played already, you can reveal 3 cards, draw 1, discard 1 and KO 1, which is familiar to other mechanisms, but in this case it's for linking up with your team. The 5th and final hero in this set is Venom Pool. Can I Get a Little Gratitude allows you to rescue a bystander, you get to do their ability in extra time, and you get to rescue a bystander if you do excessive violence, and it's a lot to do with bystanders in this particular set. Their main one, Play to the Crowd, is digest 7, so if you've got 7 cards in your victory pile, you get an extra fight for every 2 bystanders in your victory pile, but if you haven't got that 7, you get indigestion, and you get to rescue 2 bystanders, and therefore building them up, and if you've got 2 other Venomverse heroes already played, you get to do both, building up the number of bystanders in there. We get 2 extra sets of villains in here. First one is the Life Foundation. Now the Life Foundation, whenever they come into play, they've all got ambush on, and they're all going to symbiote bond with another villain in play. In this case, it's from the villain tech, and this one, it's actually a henchman from your victory pile. Symbiote bond means that you put the 2 cards together and you add up how tough they are to fight. But when you win that fight, you only choose 1 of them to take and 1 of them to activate the fight ability on there. Riot, for example, here lets you KO 1 of your heroes, but Lasher doesn't have a fight ability. The other ones are poisons, and these are all poisoned versions of heroes. When you try and fight them, they will attempt to symbiote bond with someone specific, usually in a location around the city. If they can't do that or they're already bonded and you fight them, you actually get to claim them then as a hero. They'll go in your deck and they will start helping you out with various abilities. These ones are Captain America, Scarlet Witch, and there are loads of them in that set. We've also got 2 Masterminds that have come in. We've got Hybrid here. Now with Hybrid, whenever there's a Master Strike, they symbiote bond with a villain from the city. When you fight them, if they are symbiote bonded, it's going to make them harder to defeat. And also, you just defeat the villain, not the mastermind itself, meaning it's going to take more fights in order to defeat them. You also get to rescue a load of bystanders, though, when you're doing that. With Poison Thanos, their Master Strikes are going to take cards out of your hand, non-grey heroes. And he's going to get more powerful for all the different costs of those poison souls that he's taken out of your hand. So you're going to try and manipulate that so he doesn't get too powerful, because he starts on 12 already. You don't want to get him too hard to defeat. The final content in this expansion are the 4 schemes that you'd expect to get. Now, Invasion of the Venom Symbiotes, that adds an extra henchman group, and with twists, you get the twists go in as a symbiote villain, and that's basically what they do, and you're going to lose when the escape pile has got a certain number of villains in there. So the twists become villains that become harder to fight, and you have to fight them twice in order to defeat them. With Maximum Carnage, it limits the size of the wound deck. Twists come in play, they bring bystanders into play who become possessed psychotic villains, And those possessed psychotic villains become more powerful as more twists come out. There are 10 twists within the deck, so the last one is going to be worth 10. And you're going to lose when a certain number of bystanders have escaped, including those psychotics, or when the wound stack runs out because it's been limited to 6 wounds per player. With paralyzing venom, all bystanders become biochemists, so whenever a twist comes out, if you can't discard a biochemist from your victory pile, you have to go down to 4 cards, but there are only 6 twists in the deck, and after twist 6 comes out, that's when evil wins, so it's really pressing you to race through, make sure you rescue bystanders, but get through quickly and defeat the mastermind. And the last one is symbiotic absorption, and that brings a second mastermind into play, but they are drained, they're sort of dormant if you like, but the main mastermind is going to use their powers. So for the first 4 twists, you take the 4 tactics of the drained mastermind and shuffle them into the tactics of the current mastermind, meaning you're going to have to defeat them more times. Also then on each even number twist after that, up to 10, you're going to use the Master Strike ability of the drained mastermind, and when twist 11 comes out, that's when evil's going to win. That's all the content you're going to get in the Venom expansion to Legendary, a Marvel deck building game. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.